Come on, everybody, put your hand together. Come on, put your hand together.
What's up, New Life? As always, God is good. And once again, it's time for our announcements. I'm Rashawn Clark.
And I'm Alan Norther. Bible study is very important in the life of a Christian, as well as here in New Life. We have several Bible study opportunities 3 nights a week. On Tuesday night at 7 p.m., we have the Women's Bible Study class taught by Minister Munjin. They are studying the book Intimacy with God. On Wednesday night at 7 p.m., all are invited to a study of the book of Revelation taught by Reverend Reed. And Thursday night is the Men of Restoration Bible Study and Fellowship. They are focusing on the book Developing a Heart for God, taught by Rashawn Clark.
We are excited to announce our second annual Women's Day Sunday, October 24th at 3 p.m., with special guest preacher Elder Paulette Williams, co-pastor of New Birth Christian Ministries in Lynchburg, Virginia. That is this fourth Sunday, October 24th at 3 p.m., reception immediately following service.
Charge Conference 2010 will be held Saturday, October 30th at 11 a.m. Our district superintendent, the Reverend Dr. Christopher Curran, will be here. All members of the church are asked to attend, and all leaders are expected to prepare to give their reports.
Last week I mentioned to you about the men's spaghetti dinner. We now have a date. That date is November 13th at 5:30 p.m. Tickets go on sale at 5 p.m. You can also get your tickets from any man in the men's ministry. Please support this dinner.
Our youth and young adults will celebrate their anniversary Sunday, November 2010 at 4 p.m. in the afternoon with a service of praise and worship. The preacher for the service is our own Minister Eugene Watson. This will be one of the last times you hear Minister Eugene Watson preach before he returns to Liberia to see his wife and his children.
You don't want to miss it. All leaders of the church, please remember the leadership team meeting, which is held every second Monday of the month at 7 p.m. All members are invited, and we need the president or chairperson of every ministry to attend. The Ministry of Blessing, along with some local Caribbean organizations, will host a community Thanksgiving dinner on Saturday, November 20th, 2010, from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Members of the congregation are invited to attend and may make contributions of sodas or prepare dishes for this event. Please see Pam Henry for any other details.
The Ministry of Blessing is asking for canned food, pasta, toiletries, etc. to assist the needy. If each member could give at least 2 items toward this, then we could prepare more care packages. It would be appreciated if donations could be brought to the church between now and November 20th, 2010. Please give food items to Ermin Aileen.
The Ministry of Blessing is also asking for toys for the children to be given on Christmas Eve after the service. We need about 40 toys. Last year we were a little short on toys and some children were not so happy. Elfrida Griffith will collect the toys on behalf of the ministry.
We're now going to pass it over to Rashawn Clark, who has some information concerning the church.
Hey everyone, just wanted to take some time to discuss some final points of church order and also order in the worship service. First, I just wanted to discuss some of the things in the narthex, in particular this table. On this table you'll find a lot of information, some of it for you to take, other information will be for you to sign, like a patron's list or a prayer list. But it's important to pay attention when you come into the church to this table and any information in the narthex. Secondly, we're going to want everyone to start paying attention to the leadership of the usher board. They're really going to start taking part in the service and making sure that order takes place during worship service. They're really going to start ushering everybody to their seats. So we don't want anybody to get upset or think that they're trying to put you somewhere you don't want them to be. They're just following orders. Pastor Clark wants everyone to try to move to the front of the church, and as service goes, it will fill up from the front to the back. Thirdly, these ropes, which are on the 2 aisles in this side of the church and on that last aisle, are there for a reason. They are there to basically let you know that these rows are designated for ushers and also for people who may need to sit in the back, whether it be because of disability or whatever. But these rows are designated for that. So please pay attention to that and be respectful of that. Also, the center aisle has a rope. The center aisle is very important. We want to really make sure that we never walk down that aisle with our back to the altar, particularly during worship service. So whenever we're coming or moving in or up this altar, it should always be forward, particularly during worship service. That's one of the reasons the rope is there. We do understand that due to emergency or whatever, you may have to come down that aisle. Nobody's going to kill you if you do, but we want to try to keep this aisle open throughout worship service and never remove these ropes without the leadership of the ushers. Next, we want to discuss cleanliness. We've had issues with food on the floors after service and also trash and paper. No food or drink should be in the sanctuary. If you have a baby or a small child that has snacks, please take them out of the sanctuary before you allow them to eat that. Also, when service is over, please take whatever trash you had, whether it be bulletins or envelopes that were already here or whether it's something you brought in, please take that with you so we can kind of try to keep the sanctuary clean. Lastly, just want to discuss a topic that we talked about last week, ministry. First being fundraising. Don't forget, we're looking for anyone with ideas on fundraising and how to bring money to the church. You have an idea, bring it to leadership. And lastly, if you have a gift or a talent, think about where you could use that in the church. What ministry you could be a part of. You can do that by discussing it with leadership or Pastor Clark, but really think about that. Pray about it. There are many ministries in the church. The audio-visual ministry could use some people. The radical hospitality ministry could use some people. But there are a lot of ministries in this church. So just spend some time thinking about where you would be good at, where God is moving you or placing a desire in your heart to be a part of ministry, and just ask. It's nothing wrong. Just ask where you can be used. For the church to function, everybody needs to be involved. And it's important that if you're part of a church, any church, that you be involved in ministry, that you be active, that you be part of the work of the Lord. So that's about it. I thank you for your time. Please pay attention to all these things, and we're going to keep moving forward. Love you. Peace.
I'm Alan Wade Northern.
And I'm Rashawn Clark. And on behalf of Reverend Clark, we want to say we're praying for you.
We love you.
And we're looking forward to all the things God's going to do for this ministry.
I want y'all to know tonight that it was love.